Well, Eddie, your D5 Dozer is all finished, and I put the drive on the left, and the brakes, the blade on the right, like you asked. There's your blade. And one thing that you have to be aware of, since I swapped joysticks, is when you turn the transmitter on, it says warning, place all switches. I can't get that to really show up. Place all switches in their up position and lower the throttle. You still want all the switches to be up, but normally lowering the throttle would be lowering this lever, but since the joysticks are swapped, you actually have to raise your blade to the top, and that clears that alarm. So you can always, shoot me an email or a text or watch your video again. But just make sure you always want that blade to be all the way up when you fire up the transmitter, which is kind of nice because normally the blade joystick would be on this side, and you'd have to put your stick all the way down to initialize it, which would mean that every time you turn the power on, you're lifting them, you're holding the front of the machine up in the air a little bit. So it's kind of neat that you have to hold it up. Be nice if I could switch the other joysticks to do that when people want the drive on the right. But everything's labeled on the transmitter. These are your head and tail lights, and your beacons here to turn your different beacon functions on. The beacon actually has 4 modes to it. It has just a slow rotate. And I'm sorry, that was a fast rotate. That's a slow rotate. That's a slow flash, I believe. And that's a fast flash. And then the 5th position is just off. And I put the metal blade tip on there for you. Turn on low range. I also have low and high range set up on it as well. I'll show you that in just a minute. Your dash lights right here, just to let you know that you have the power turned on. I snapped the ripper on. I always do, even though it's not powered. I just put it on there for shipping because it holds it better in the box with the ripper on it. And what else have we got? You got an operator figure in there. Oops. Now remember which joystick runs the drive. And your on and off switch is right to the right of the driver's leg, and your charging jack is right here, right to the left of his leg. And the transmitter will take 4 AA alkalines, which I put brand new batteries in there for you, so you'll be good for quite a long time with the alkaline batteries that are in it. And the Dozer is a 5-cell nickel metal hydride, so it's a 6-volt NIM pack. And just charge it at 1.5 amps, and you'll get close to 4 hours, at least 3 hours out of a charge on the Dozer, and you'll probably get 12 hours or more easily with alkalines in the transmitter. And you also add the extra lead in it, so it weighs about close to 4.5 pounds. It's completely packed full of lead. And what else was I going to... Oh yeah, the high and low range. This far left switch, I have to write it with permanent marker because the labels are so tiny. I can't write high and low. It's so hard to separate the tiny labels from the backing. So I had to use a permanent marker to put high and low range. But here's... Oops, the headlights off. That's high range. And that's low range. And I can walk you through on how to speed that up if you want the low range any faster. But that's pretty good scale speed for pushing dirt. And if you need, and it does limit power, so if you do need more power, you can run it in high range. But each servo has like close to 5 pounds of torque, and the machine only weighs 5 pounds, less than 5 pounds. So even on the low rate, you're still not going to run out of power because the servos have more than enough torque. And what else? Oh yeah, your tail lights. Well, here's your headlights. And then your tail lights. There's your tail lights. And there's your reverse light. And I believe that's it. I'll get this boxed up tonight and ship it out first thing in the morning and get you all the tracking information for you. Thanks, Eddie.